Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek, and this is the fourth Sunday of 5 of the Clovis Skills Clinic Junior Women's Criterium. They're doing a little something different this week, kind of like using a journey in a track race. They have somebody leading out, one of the mentors, at about 17 miles an hour. When the mentor finishes the lap, he'll pull off and the race officially starts. Fast forward a lap and we find that the OTF women have gotten off the back and have distributed themselves throughout the pack. We see that there's an attack, and I can't tell who the team is, but they have sprinted all the way to the corner and now have laid down the power and are getting some good distance. The pack is not reacting that greatly. They're still in the high teens. By the time the rider reaches turn 1, the pack has picked up speed and started to chase in earnest. Those at the front of the pack are starting to drive the pace and have started to split the pack up. You notice there's a gap between the riders right in front of me and those that are lined out. These guys are starting to feel the pain. Whoever's driving it up there is doing a great job. I finally make it up to these guys and I see about a third of the pack has survived the cut. And the rider that was out in the lead has been pulled back in. It looks like we have all 4 OTF women here. Now, watch closely as we hit turn 4. Vicky, who's in the front, drives it through the corner and is lining the lead pack out, putting everyone in stress. Now, Janet, seeing that her 2 teammates are in the break that's starting to form, is either letting them go or she's a bit knackered and is causing the gap there. Either way, this is turning out well for OTF. And for the moment, it's turning out well for ICANN too. So you have 2 OTFs in there and 2 ICANNs. Now, Vicky's still in the front, lining it out. What needs to happen now is to take stock and see what's gone on. So she needs to take a quick look back and see if everyone's still on her wheel. And if they are, she's got to get off of it. Or if she has a small group there, then she's been out almost for a half a lap. Maybe she still needs to get off of it right now. And the ICANN juniors there are also motivated to keep this pack going because Academy is not in this break right now. As long as Vicky is up there pulling, ICANN is happy just to have her pull and just ride the wheels and conserve their own energy. Fast forward a few laps, Vicky's still out there, and we have a couple more that have joined the group, and we had 2 of academies. So now we have a group of 6, 2 OTFs, 2 ICANNs, and 2 academies. Vicky really needs to turn around and look to see what's going, because she's using an awful lot of energy. Everyone else is getting a free ride. This is going to bite her in the butt later on, perhaps sooner than you think. So she's finally off the wheel, and a couple of juniors are moving up. Now watch what happens. ICANN now punches it at the front and they get a gap. Academy goes up to chase. Sarah's going to get on the wheel and Vicky's going to get on Sarah's wheel. But because of the previous work that Vicky has done, her legs are starting to seize up a bit. Losing more and more ground. Now she's got to use extra energy chasing in hopes of catching. And she did catch, but about a half a lap later. Again, more energy wasted when it didn't need to be wasted. Sarah makes an excellent move for an attack, but the problem is she went up right alongside them to go past them. What she needed to do was actually go in the other lane, of course do a quick look to make sure no one was coming up on her left side, and then sprint away. Still, this acceleration caused a split in the group, and now we have an ICANN and an Academy off the back, and they're chasing. They're having to use their energy. With the speed in the high 20s, Sarah's laying down some major watts to try and make the split happen. Now, the Academy Junior, as you see, makes it up there, but the ICANN doesn't, at least not yet. About half a lap, maybe up to a lap later, he's able to connect, and that sucked a lot of energy out of him. But that was a great job of perseverance nonetheless. Good on him. So the pack is called the temporary truce. Sarah's in good position behind someone's wheel, and Vicky is almost behind the wheel. It's looking like she wants to attack, but maybe her legs just are feeling the previous work and being in the wind. So she's settling back in, but she's not quite settling back in. She needs to get on a wheel to keep herself protected. She needs to be rested. This race is not over yet. In fact, this is the last lap. What has to happen now is that one teammate has to protect the other teammate, the better sprinter. In this case, Sarah has to protect Vicky. The problem with this is that Vicky has used an awful lot of energy in the race, so we don't know what her sprint's going to be like. Nonetheless, this is the plan. So you notice now that the juniors are communicating between themselves. ICANN has been talking between themselves, and the Academy has been talking between themselves, discussing their plans for how they're going to win the race. As they take the corner, everybody is bunched up, but a reshuffling starts to happen. Somehow, Academy gets ICANN to go to the front, and Academy goes to the back. So we have one ICANN up there that's doing the majority of the work, probably the domestique for the other sprinter, but both of the academies are in the back, resting, riding wheels. Sarah's in good position, and Vicky is right on her wheel as she should be. Sarah has got to protect Vicky, and Vicky has got to do her part by staying on Sarah's wheel. Now they're on the backside of the course, half a lap to go, and they're heading into turn 3. Let's see what happens. Boom, right there. Sarah has lost the wheel of the junior in front of her. Academy is now sprinting past the OTF women and getting on ICANN's wheel. So now they're in a good position. Still, this is a long course, so not all is lost for the OTF women. Sarah's got to get on the wheel, do a good turn, stay with them, and help drive Vicky up there. The juniors have accelerated at turn 4 to start their sprints and have caused a gap. It's tough to keep up with younger, stronger legs when they're accelerating. The OTF women, by having 2 in the break, did a very good job today. I hope you found this video helpful. Comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.